us people here, or is it the white privileged elite who go to Eton and go to Oxford, and who are so disconnected from reality that they have no idea what's going on?
So I took that piece of footage in August, a few weeks ago, when I went on the Demand the Impossible course, which was a summer school about politics and activism and all that kind of stuff with dominant ideologies and kind of just learning about systems and raising awareness. And since then, we've kind of, some friends of mine who are on that course as well have been kind of consciously seeking out courses that are going to kind of enhance our awareness and knowledge on all these kind of different issues. And that's why we're going to Shake, which is a lot more kind of creative. We're going to be able to use more different mediums and able to kind of create that awareness.
So Shake is a space where we engage in conversation. This particular course has been a 5-day course where we've had invited guests to come and speak from their experience of Headspace, of well-being and of education, and then we've opened it out to the young people who've come as participants to Skillshare to talk about these issues and to have conversations, to have dialogues, and then create artworks.
So I've noticed that a lot of young people, including myself, have become a lot more interested in finding a lot more alternative education. I think I prefer to learn through experience and through getting that knowledge in more of an informal setting than kind of being quite constricted to what we're learning when we're going to school. And we want to take that conversation to the streets and make a little film about it and get a lot of other opinions from people around.
Education is more of a medium to better yourself, as in broaden your understanding, broaden your knowledge, and literally grow as a person.
I think when people talk about education, they think books and school and being there 8 in the morning and leaving at 4 and GCSEs and stuff. And it's not really just that. Like, education is learning life skills.
But in terms of like teacher experience, in terms of like the homework or the assignments or whatever, yeah, it's never really matched up with what happens when you get out into the real world.
Believe me, I tried to find work after I got dumped for my apprenticeship with GCSEs.
It's impossible.
You can't do it. You can't. And I've got a load of work experience.
There needs to be a discussion around how we can make our curriculums more inclusive, more importantly how we can encourage our young people to be going forward. And I think the key thing here as well is that our education system is created for individuals to kind of get qualifications to get jobs.
And that's useful in some ways, but I think it could also be a bit more about how more creative stuff and teaching you how to be more creative.
I think there should be more emphasis on vocational training and work experience, work placements, and should really be assessed on how they work in a real life environment as opposed to essays.
Make it more relevant to life itself.
Scrap GCSEs. Scrap them. Get rid of them. They are so pointless.
It should be fun.
Yeah.
Basically, it should just be fun. It should just be. You should really have the feeling of waking up in the morning and just go do something fun, something that you really like, regardless of what it is. If you like math, just go to the funnest math school you could ever imagine. If you like making blocks, just go to the best and the funnest school that you could possibly get to. But make it easy for people to get there.
So why are we challenging
If you feel frustrated or angry or concerned or upset about things that's happening in your world, here's a space for you to respond to it. I really hope the young people leave with a new vision of themselves, how they see themselves, that they can feel validated, valuable, part of the whole story of world history, that it's a fair, balanced representation of world history, not just one version of a dominant, privileged culture. For me, it's that they feel they have more of a vision, a higher vision of themselves when they leave.
They're so humid I barely breathe as my lungs melt. Don't wanna have to go and pick up the phone, got loads of friends but somehow I felt alone.
See, they changed me to a guy I didn't want to be. They opened up my eyes to a life I didn't want to see.
It's easy like finishing this verse, but my words are getting learnt by people who want a better life. Well, I'm telling you, I'm sat here trying to better mine.
I've done a lot of work in schools over the years, and I know there are some amazing teachers out there who are surviving in a really hostile climate that doesn't want these kind of critical issues, especially around race and decolonisation and environmental racism. They don't. It's not that the schools don't want it, it's that the curriculum that they're required to deliver is getting closed down. So it's getting all to be about jobs and the market. So even if there are teachers of goodwill and schools of goodwill, it's very hard for them to do this work. And I think, we're going to have to do what has happened throughout history, which is you have to make your own educational systems, and we could call this one of them. It's one of many, 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 many ways in which we supplement official formal education is with the education that we want to see happen.
Shake is like a safe environment, which I didn't really have a safe environment in college really, and it's like it's a nice place to engage with like-minded people that have similar experiences and similar mindset to me.
Shake was a different experience because it was finally a space to express yourself politically, creatively as well, and it kind of gave us like almost like a language to actually channel our political views, something that we don't have in school.
In our school, we're not really encouraged to express our political beliefs at all, and to come to a place where you're encouraged and to kind of think about it and to evolve and stuff, I think was amazing.
It's really different from school, college in the sense that the way you learn is completely different. There's a lot to take on, like you would have to in school and college, but it's not expected of you to know it. You don't have no exam to do at the end of the week where you have to fill in a 2.5 hour exam on one thing that you've learned. It's more about being able to learn whatever you want to learn and take away what you want to take away, and being able to use it for something positive and having actual usage of it.
Shape was good because we got to learn a lot of things that we wouldn't usually learn in school. So the topic was Headspace for the entire week, and that taught us a lot about well-being, how to survive in make spaces so that we can actually cope with our own stresses from whatever we're getting it from. And I chose to use the medium of film with quite a few others to be able to express ourselves, to be able to get a message across that we wanted to. And I think film for me was a really good choice because it's something that I'm quite passionate about, something I want to get into. So it provided us with that. With something like school, we wouldn't really get that. So we learned a lot.